going to write the equation for a parabola that has the following criteria right here. So number 20, they tell you the vertex and they tell you the directrix. On these kind of problems, right, the very first thing you want to do is identify if it's a horizontal or vertical parabola, right? So looking at the information on 20, can you tell if it's a horizontal or vertical parabola? Horizontal parabola, and how did you know that? Right, because the directrix says x equals 3. On a vertical parabola, the directrix is y equals something. So this is going to be horizontal. That just lets you know which kind of formulas you could be using. Horizontal, okay. And then you want to label everything, right? So what is the origin? What does origin mean? What's the vertex then? 0, 0. So h is what? And k is? Right. Now remember, you're trying to write a formula for the equation, and the equation for a horizontal parabola, oh no, is x equals a times, oh, she's color, a times x minus k. Oh yeah, y. I always do that. Y minus k plus h. Okay, so notice the formula is a little different because the h and k and x and y have switched places for horizontal, okay? So then the directrix is x equals 3. Yeah. Because the directrix is x equals 3, and on a vertical one it's y equals something. Alright, so the directrix is x equals 3, but you want to label that. What is the directrix equal to on a horizontal parabola? Does anybody know? There's a p in there, but it's not just p. No, that's the focal width. So the directrix is equal to h minus p. H minus p. Okay. So, yeah, you've labeled everything, right? And you want to write the equation that you can use to solve for p. So does anybody know what the equation could be looking at these labels?
X equals, and then you would fill in your h value, so it would be 0 minus, just kidding.
Yeah, it's h minus p equals 3. You see this? You label the 3 with h minus p.
Yeah.
That means 3 equals h minus p. So that's what you would use. So 3 equals h minus p. Oh. Okay, and then as you were saying though, what can you do about the h? With a 0, right? Because you know that the h is 0. You label that from your vertex. So 0 minus p equals 3. So then how do you find p?
You don't need the 0. So just
Right, you don't need the 0, so it's just negative p equals 3. Whoops, what the heck? All right. Divided by negative 1. So p equals negative 3, right. And what was the whole point of finding p? Why do we even want to find p?
find your a.
To find your a, that's right. Because a always equals,
1/4.
right, a equals 1 over 4p. So it's going to be 1 over 4 times,
Negative 40.
which is what?
1 over negative 12.
1 over negative 12, right. So then, can you write the equation now that you have your a?
X equals,
X, I'm just writing it over here, but
Y equals.
I mean,
No, sorry, x equals.
x equals
negative 1 over 12.
negative 112,
That little curly thing.
parentheses,
Y.
y.
I mean, no, just, yeah, 0.
Right, so you could, okay, if you wrote it all out, it would be y minus 0, because it's minus the k.
Parentheses squared plus 0. You don't really need the 0.
Right, you don't need the 0, so if you got rid of all the zeros, then what would it say?
Y.
X equals.
I mean, x equals negative 1 over 12.
That's right. And that would be it. Nice.